Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had a terrific Tuesday and a great week so far. Today we're going to be diving into Cardano, and we're going to be going over some things that have got me very excited. We're starting to see the signs of life coming out of the DeFi, much anticipated DeFi, Cardano DeFi space. And we're seeing this in the forms of many of these protocols distributing their tokens to the community members, the supporters. And the reason they're doing this is in preparation of their release of the applications, their Dapps, as utility. So we're going to jump into that. This is really what we're going to spend the first half of this video talking about. We are going to get into the price, but we're really going to start looking at some of these protocols. Some of them actually have launch dates, such as MELD, looking to launch on the 31st of January. I think MinSwap is also looking at January the 10th to release their mainnet. We also know we have Liquid Labs. And there's many other protocols such as ADA Finance that are actually having kind of fair launches, you know, Sunday Swap in the form of ISPOs. MELD just completed one. And the reason they're doing this is to distribute their tokens to their following so that these apps can actually get used and utilized with those cryptos. So we are going to jump into that at the start of the video. We are definitely going to get into the price. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin, Cardano, of course. We're going to be showing you some positives and negatives. Really, what we're seeing is the traditional financial world continue to sell off. This is due to most probably what Moderna said in relation to their product and how effective it's going to be in relation to the new variant, etc., etc. So we are still seeing markets sell off. Certainly crude oil is getting hit. The S&P is seeing a big downturn, and the dollar is seeing somewhat strength, somewhat indecision. Crypto is somewhat mitigating this, but it's still very correlated, and that really explains why you're seeing this downturn. But we're going to save that until the end of the video. We're going to be looking at some positives and negatives for ADA. More positives and negatives, of course. We like to keep things positive, and we are a big believer in what Cardano is going to achieve. So really where I want to start is with... let's start with what prompted me to make this video, and it's really what Liquid Labs are doing, Liquid.Finance are doing with their token release. Now, they've said that they're going to release 1.5% of their overall supply to their Discord members. This is amazing. This is what crypto's all about, and it's really a great way for them to reward their supporters. And I'm a big fan of them doing this. And it really, you know, it's going to benefit those people that have been with them from the start. And the reason that they're doing this is in preparation for their launch. I think the mainnet for Liquid Labs is coming Q4, so sometime this year they have the mainnet external security audit. I'm not sure how that's gone yet. I know some products have already been audited, and then you're going to see a number of other things rolling into Q1 2020 or 2022. Sorry. MELD actually have a release date here, the 31st. We know they completed their ISPO, which saw huge interest. MELD's, and this is an article from Cointelegraph, MELD's $1 billion ISPO highlights emerging use cases for Cardano. Crypto fundraising, roughly 40,000 participants stake nearly 620 million ADA as part of MELD's first ever initial stake pool offering, which concluded on the 27th of October. So this is, you know, we're already seeing how popular Cardano is going to be, and the DeFi space is going to be on top of Cardano. This, of course, is going to drive the underlying utility of ADA, and we're already seeing a huge uptick in that with NFTs and such things. So it's all very positive. The price hasn't reflected. One reason I'm bringing this up is to really highlight the fact that despite this, what you could definitely call slumpy price action, things have been chugging along in the background. Things have been put in place, being built and tinkered with and really engineered for what we're all anticipating. So that was MELD, of course. Liquid Labs are releasing 1.5% of their tokens to their Discord members. And then I think they're going to do a fair launch. I'm a really big fan of fair launches. It gives everybody an equal opportunity. You know, no VC funds, no nothing that kind of get in early doors. And they've actually rewarded the people that have stuck with them and supported them before anybody else. And that's really how you should do it as a protocol. So I'm pretty happy about what they're doing. You've got the version 1 launch, which the core dev team are sprinting towards. So things are starting to heat up. It's looking like potentially we're going to have a DEX this side of the year. Potentially. These dates keep getting moved around. We don't want them to rush to market. We'd rather they did it right. It may mean waiting a little bit longer, but it means we have a more robust and stable DeFi ecosystem. We see DeFi hacks and bugs all the time. We want to try and avoid that, although undoubtedly there will be some on Cardano. So I really like what these guys are doing. This is their sort of roadmap. We know SundaeSwap also have an ISPO, initial stake pool offering. And essentially they have said that they will release the token at the same time as they release the DEX. It makes sense for them to do that. And this is, in my opinion, coming soon. These guys potentially are looking like they may be the first DEX. I know we have another somewhat DEX that's kind of partnered with Bitcoin Cash a little bit. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but we may cover it in another video. These guys are looking to be one of the first eccentric Cardano DEXs to launch. We have a number of other, these are just a few of the tokens that are getting launched. We also have ADA, AADA.finance. This is another borrowing and lending protocol. They do things like they've got a lot going on, these individuals. They've got a lot of twists and turns with what they're doing. They've got ERC20 converters, etc., that they're looking to implement within their protocols. And these guys have already started doing their fair launch, where you essentially stake to their pool, and you will get an NFT that will enable you access to get into their fair launch, their token sales, and there's a gold, silver, etc., and the gold one is already running. So these are all positive signs that DeFi is coming along nicely. We're starting to see a distribution. MinSwap, I think they've actually completed their ISPO, and now they're looking to launch. This is their kind of mainnet launch, is the 10th of January. So next year, it's coming, ladies and gentlemen. We're around the corner. So that's really, what I wanted to highlight at the start of the video. Things are heating up. As this heats up, this is really going to drive the underlying utility of Cardano. And this, of course, is linked to the price. And what we're seeing right now, let's talk about it. Let's get into the price. We're seeing a bit of a slumpy market, if you will. But this is really not due to crypto. This is more due to the kind of global financial balance and it being kind of tipped with what's currently going on with the new variant and, of course, Moderna earlier. And we're going to cover it in the video after this. We're going to do daily videos where we cover the kind of macroeconomics and related to crypto, and we look at all things crypto and give a kind of crypto market update. This, of course, is due to global events. The FTSE sold off. You've got crude oil, which is having a really bad time at the moment. S&P's not doing too well either. The dollar's seeing a little bit of strength, but also seeing some indecision. Now, we did say in relation to your dollar that when you were up here, you often do come back to test this EMA and potentially see continuation. I think the dollar is in a bit of a macro continuation pattern, but this is really due to where it stands in comparison with other FX markets, other foreign currencies. So Bitcoin's obviously sold off. It doesn't look bad for Bitcoin necessarily. We're very much doing what we did over here previously. We're kind of consolidating in this price range, and hopefully we see what we saw prior, and we see that continuation. It's very common around your kind of prior all-time highs that you'll get to it, fall short, setup structure before getting continuation. And you did bounce very nicely. We will get a deciding factor whether we fall out of this ascending triangle or we see that continuation. Let's dive into ADA. ADA, of course, is just a symptom and really a hostage of the macro markets. What I really want to point out on the daily, I want to bring up the RSI here, guys, and I want you to really pay attention to what took place over here with, we know what happened before we kind of made this new all-time high, and look at your RSI and what it does. Can you see how your RSI went up here? It went down all the way to this point before we got that bounce. You've played essentially the same move out. Is this a good indication? Potential that if markets do continue to see some sort of a slumpy attitude, if global markets continue to kind of bask in this fear, you may get some kind of a double bottom here for the RSI before we get that continuation in the same way that we previously saw it on the last dip before we saw all-time highs. But I'm still absolutely expecting all-time highs. Things are looking great on a protocol level. They're looking great on an ecosystem level. The train keeps moving, guys, and it's going to pay you to be on it, in my opinion. So I don't really think there's cause for concern here. It was really important for me to kind of highlight some of this stuff because this is what I'm excited about. I'm really unbelievably excited about what's coming for Cardano and its DeFi space. And we know that these guys have successfully completed an ISPO, MinSwap also. And the reason that they're distributing their tokens is because they're using them and going to need them for utility on their platforms, whether that be providing liquidity, whether that be, you name it. The reason they're distributing them is for utility. and in some cases to reward, in the case of Liquid Liquid.labs or Liquid.finance, is to reward their community members and their following. So things are looking good, guys. Hang in there. Keep the faith. We are plodding along. The markets are really just acting to kind of global events right now. But this, in my opinion, is going to pass, depending on which way it goes. Definitely worth keeping an eye on your macroeconomics. You know, the FTSE is something I look at, being in the UK. I also look at crude oil. The S&P is a good indication, certainly the Dow as well. And you are seeing a sell-off here. And of course, this is going to be echoed over to the crypto space, as everything is now very tied together in this kind of global financial system that we live in. That is really all I have for you in this video, ladies and gentlemen. Just a short and sweet one. We are going to be bringing a video out after this one. If you want to join the Discord, there is a link to it in the description where our community members hang out. And also we do have the ALLIN crypto stake pool for those of you looking to stake your Cardano via Euro and Deadless. All I have for you in this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to love and leave you on that note. If you've enjoyed the content, a like is always appreciated. So is a comment, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next YouTube video.